Hey, I'm Casey with CrossFit Ridge City. We are here at the Ridge City Grind, the first annual, and we are now a little over 12 hours in. We've got our teams set up here in our Pobo Alley, I'm calling it. But they're taking part in the race. One person's completing a lap at a time, and then they're swapping out. The teams have pushed through so far. A lot of them have done 12 hours. We got some that are just joining in for the last 12. They're working hard, and they're having a good time. So the trail, it goes through woods and pastures. It's hilly, flat, muddy, all kinds of things. A lot of wildlife as you go through. You get wrapped around about 2 miles in, and you think you're done. And then you've got another, half mile or more to go. The last part around the Xenia field, though it's flat, it's not easy. We have a wide variety of athletes out here, people who run all the time, and people like myself who don't run all the time and do other types of training. What we are trying to find in these athletes is the mental toughness, to grit it out, to work when you don't want to work, and to just push yourself in new ways. And so we're looking for people who want to experience new things, challenge themselves, and commit to the grind. With CrossFit training, we want to be the best at everything that we can, more of like a jack of all trades. And this is not something that's in my wheelhouse, but I wanted to create something that would be a challenge. And what I wanted to do is challenge runners with movements that we're adding in to make the run a little tougher, but also challenge weightlifters to push themselves in a mode of running and conditioning that they may not normally do. And so what we're trying to do is just find the most encompassing athlete that we can with this challenge. As I was here at camp, those hours were grueling and long, but for the athletes, I've heard that they were lonely. We have 8 teams out on the course, and they were spread out, and so they had a lot of time to think and a lot of time to work things out in their head alone in the dark on the trail. But ultimately, everybody made it through. They pushed into new areas that they didn't believe they could, and they challenged themselves. But they were also safe. So, but it was tough. The sunlight definitely helped the attitudes, the energy on the laps. I just ran with Wes, and we were able to knock off about a minute from his previous times. And so, there's definitely some life given through the sun rising halfway through this thing. You want to look for like-minded people and their willingness to lift you up when you're down. I think in general in life, that's what we're looking for, riders, but people to lift us, and that also will allow us to lift them when they're down. It is definitely a team race, and if somebody wants to quit, then you're going to have a tough time ahead of you with 2 people left on the course. This event would not have happened without Night Productions, without the Silos, R. Lewis and Company Design, Cintas, J-Town's Grill, Gearhead Outfitters, Legacy Insurance, Jet On Construction, Smart Overhead Door, Native Brewworks, and CrossFit Ridge City. Thank you to you guys. It has gone swimmingly. We have had a great time, and because of you, we were able to do it, and I believe we're going to be able to do it in the future. If you're considering doing this next year, you're unsure about it this year, you can do it. A little bit of training goes a long ways, but also just being willing to challenge yourself. We'll have teams that are crushing the times on the laps, but we're going to have teams that are just walking to complete the challenge over the period of time. We're looking for people who want to try new things and want to work.
Do something hard, sign up, trust yourself, don't give up.
Just making sure you're in shape. The hills are horrible.
It's a little steeper than I expected. There's 4 pretty good hills. I just walked the hills from the get-go.
You're missing out if you're not. This is where you grow, right here.